Crime Stories with Nancy Grace on Sirius XM Triumph, Channel 132.
911, where's the address of your emergency?
And I was calling because my daughter came to to a party here last night, a gathering with her friends. Now her friends, they say that they left on the front of the hotel and she's not able to be found now.
Give her a couple hours. She could have went somewhere with one of her other friends.
The mom went to the front desk asking, will you please look at the videos from the very beginning? We got nothing but resistance from the Crown Plaza Hotel.
The inference today that had Kenneka been held or the security cameras checked sooner, she might be alive.
They never looked for her. They never did anything while a young 19-year-old disoriented girl is sitting in their freezer.
We begging for help and no one helps.
Subject in the kitchen in a freezer. She is frozen solid.
A beautiful young girl dead, trapped in a freezer. How did that happen? Right now, many theories swirling as the investigation goes on into the death of a beautiful young girl, Kenneka Jenkins. I'm Nancy Grace. This is Crime Stories. Thank you for being with us. With me, special guest Larry Rogers Jr., lawyer for the family of Kenneka Jenkins, a well-known, veteran trial lawyer. Also with me, Cheryl McCollum, crime scene analyst and the director of the Cold Case Institute. Questions swirling around the death of this young girl. Kenneka Jenkins found dead in highly questionable circumstances. Out to crimeonline.com, investigative reporter Jacqueline Gray. Jacqueline, tell me what you know about this case.
Kenneka left out of her house late on September 8th to go to the Crown Plaza Hotel in Rosemont, Illinois. And by about 3 a.m. the next day, her friends alerted her mother that they couldn't find her. So her mother went to the hotel searching for her daughter. And over the course of, 12 hours, they end up finding her body in a freezer in an area that was under construction.
From what I recall, Larry Rogers, when she was found dead from hypothermia inside an industrial-type refrigerator there in the bottom of a pretty high-end hotel, her pants were pulled down around her hips. Her shirt was pulled up around her bra. Her jeans were filthy as if she had been dragged along the ground. There were abrasions to her knee area, her legs, her face. There is no way this is accidental. And what's interesting, Larry Rogers, is the night before, she had been all dressed up to go to a fancy party there in the hotel. There's no way this girl who took so much care getting all dressed up with all her little friends went anywhere covered in dirt. That's not how it went down. Larry, let's start at the beginning. What happened?
That's exactly what her mother, the question she raised when she contacted me. She wanted me to help her figure out what happened to Kenneka, her daughter. This is one of the worst tragedies I've seen. And it's, quite frankly, as you indicated, shocking that this young lady was found in the condition she was found where she was found. Her shirt had been pulled up with her breast exposed. Her pants were slightly pulled down below her waistline. Her shoe, one of her shoes was off, and her clothing was dirty. And as you indicated, she had gone out for a night of fun with some friends. And then she ends up in this remote area of the hotel in an unused kitchen in a freezer that for some unexplained reason was on. A freezer that was not being used. It had nothing in it, but it was on in an abandoned portion of the kitchen. So there are a lot of questions that need to be answered, and we've committed to the mom that we'll get to the bottom of it.
Joining me, Cheryl McCollum, crime scene analyst and expert, renowned in her field, now the director of the Cold Case Investigative Research Institute. Cheryl, thanks for being with us, along with Larry Rogers Jr., trial lawyer representing Kenneka's family. Let's take it from the beginning. I met with her mother, Cheryl, along with Larry. when we were all at Dr. Oz, and her mom just broke my heart because I got the feeling that she felt if she yelled or cursed or threw some kind of a fit trying to find her daughter, she'd be mistreated. And you know what? She was right, because they go to the hotel. What was the hotel, Larry? The Crown Plaza. That's right, Crown Plaza
Hotel.
in Rosemont, Chicago. Really high end. The Crown hotels are pretty nice.
Mm-hmm.
So she was there, Cheryl, with all her little girlfriends, all dressed up and cute, and you know how teen girls are. And so she goes. Then this is what I heard the mom say, that she gets a call at 4 o'clock in the morning, and Kenneka little friends say, "We can't find Kenneka." And the mom is like, "What?" Because they were all three together. So she immediately dials her daughter, her teen girl's phone, and one of the three friends pick it up and go, "We've got her cell phone too." So they come get the mom. The mom comes over there. They totally blow the mom off. They ask to see the security video, which has got a huge security bank of video, Cheryl. They won't let them look at the video, and they won't start searching the hotel. They say basically, "Oh, she's out with friends." Now, this child has been described as drunk. She was not drunk. She was not drunk or high on drugs. That's not true. So they look and they look and they look. Cheryl, like I forgot how many, 18, 24 hours later, somebody finally finds her dead in a freezer.
Mm-hmm.
You know, she could have been saved. You know that, right?
Absolutely.
If they had just looked at the crime, the video surveillance, it shows her, and it shows where she was going to, like a construction type unused area that completely abandoned. I don't know how she got down there, because that Crown Hotel is like a maze. So what do you make of it now that I've given you the setup?
Nancy, I took a little bit of time to really go over the crime scene photographs, and these are the things that jumped out at me. There's four main things. One, the shoe that's off. The shoe that is off of her body, the right shoe, you can see blood on her foot. So that shoe was not taken off because her body started to heat up. She removed that shoe because she was injured. You can see the blood plain as day. The other thing that bothers me about her shoes is they're brand new. They are clean. They are white. I mean, she was excited about putting on this outfit, but there's some scuff marks on the shoe that they're going to have to explain to me. Specifically, they are scuff marks up near the ankle on the inside. That, to me, could very possibly be indicative of somebody being drugged. The other problem that I'm having is the pocket of her pants is turned inside out, like somebody went into her pocket. She wouldn't have done that. She would have corrected her pocket immediately if she had gone to look for a key or something like that. And then the other thing that's very telling to me, if you watch the video where she's walking in the kitchen area toward what looks like would be where the freezer is, even though there's not video of that for some reason, her hair is straight. If you look at the crime scene photograph, her hair is now curly.
Now, hold on. To Larry Rogers Jr., lawyer for Kenneka Jenkins' family, do you remember what the mom told us, Larry? She said that she went to go and she wanted to see the crime scene and they wouldn't let her. Then she said she saw the body and she just looked at it. She said Kenneka's hair was a mess and she would never have done that.
Yeah, this was a beautiful young girl. By all accounts, she was just having a night out with some friends. She was not a bad girl. She was working. She was a great young lady. Her mom had a great relationship with her. And a testament to that is the fact that when her friends told her they were missing, no one for one moment thought that she ever left that hotel. Her friends knew she had to be somewhere in the hotel. When her mom, Teresa, came out within hours, she went straight to the front desk and said she would never have left. She's here in this hotel. And they would not take a moment, just a moment, to take a look at the video surveillance cameras. And that would have saved this young lady's life.
Investigative reporter Crime Online's Jacqueline Gray. Jacqueline, what jumps out at you about what went wrong that night?
A few things jump out, and most of the things that jump out is after Teresa Martin, Kenneka's mother, went to the hotel looking for help. The hotel staff wouldn't look at the footage until much hours later. She was also threatened with arrest. She called the dispatcher and they told her to just take it easy, go home. She'll probably turn up. And that's not, in my opinion, not the appropriate response to a mother who knows her child's missing. And she was right, her child ended up dying. Meanwhile, she was trying to find her and she was getting no help from police or from the hotel staff. And that's, one thing that pops out to me right now.
It would have saved her life. It absolutely would have saved her life, Cheryl McCollum.
Nancy, there's no question about it. But I want to get back to the importance of her hair for a minute. Whenever I was on your show, sometimes y'all would occasionally straighten my hair. Well, I've got naturally curly hair. The minute there was any humidity, any moisture, my hair would revert back to being curly. That means her hair was either wet or she was sweaty. Something happened to make her hair go back curly, Nancy. That is not somebody that went into a freezer, passed out, and froze to death. That's not what happened here. And you don't have to look any further than her hair to know that. And something else that needs to happen, unless they already know, because I haven't seen the photograph, it doesn't appear that there's scuff marks on the inside of that door where she would have been kicking it trying to get out. I don't see any marks like that. Her fingernails are still intact. There's so many questions surrounding this case for me, Nancy. It is horrifying.
Newly released surveillance video shows Kenneka stumbling in the hallway. She got lost within the hotel, and then we later discover apparently someone had slipped a very dangerous drug. Cheryl McCollum, is called topiramate, and it is an anti-seizure drug. It is also a pain drug, and it can make you very, very disoriented. This little girl had never in her life been caught with drugs, been alcohol, nothing like that in her life. This was a good student. Her mother depended on her. She had a job, the works. Very, actually, I don't want to say a loner because that has a bad connotation. She reminds me a lot of my little girl, Lucy. She's very, very shy. Cheryl, any night I say, hey, do you guys want to go out to dinner? John David's all like, yeah, Mom, let's go for tacos, and then we'll go to frozen yogurt. And Lucy's like, I just want to go home. No matter how I try to tempt them, that she always wants to come home.
She really was a sweet girl.
Yeah, her mom convinced me, and the sister that I talked to also, she was a real little homebody, and I just don't see it, Cheryl. I don't see it at all.
I don't see it either, Nancy, and I'll tell you something else that really concerns me. As you know, I've got 2 teenagers now, and to get them away and separate them from a cell phone takes a act of Congress, practically. The fact that she was somehow separated from her cell phone concerns me greatly. She would not have done that. And that means she had no way to call for help, even if she were lost.
Cheryl, I left something out. To Larry Rogers Jr., renowned lawyer that is representing Kenneka Jenkins' family. So the mom comes to the hotel. They won't let her look at the security video. They won't look at the security video. Finally, some of the kids that were at the party, they have cell phone pictures of Kenneka before that night, and they start going from door to door begging people, have you seen her, have you seen her? Do you know what they do? They throw the family out. They kick them out and call police on the family. Hello? Is that right, Larry?
They did not take their pleas for assistance and for help. Even just looking at the cameras were ignored, and they got desperate. They were looking for her. They knew that she was not the type of young lady that would have left the hotel. They knocked on doors. Someone even pulled a fire alarm. And the only
wait. Tell us that part. Tell us that part. They were so desperate to find her, and nobody was helping them. Tell Cheryl what happened, Larry Rogers.